Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Live to Social Stream webinar. Today, the topic is going to be, well, we're talking about Live to Social, right? Talking about Live to Social. We do these every week to connect with our audience. 1 week we do Stream Studio. 1 week we do Live to Social. Now, I don't know how you found out about this, whether it was through social media, whether you're following us in our emails, if you subscribe to our emails. If not, it's a great place to learn more about Stream, to learn more about the products. You can always go on our website, either Live to Social, Stream Studio, put your email in, and then you'll get all of those emails. And that's a great way to stay in touch with us. We have a lot of news. There's new features coming out with these products literally every week. So that's a great way to stay in touch. But today we're going to be talking about wowing your audience. And we created this video app, Live to Social, that can 10x your content strategy. And that's what we're going to be talking about today. Multi-camera content creation. And obviously, we do these free tools. You know, I was talking with this about Mark before the show, and I said there's a lot of products out there that are sort of wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. But here at Stream, we sort of see you through every single part of the product. So we give you the product, we give you the technology, whether it's Stream Studio or Live to Social. We give you ways that you can create content, multiple ways that you can create content easily. Content is king. We know you want to create a lot of it. We give you those ways. We give you the technology. And then we don't just leave you there and say, hey, thanks for buying the product. See you later. No, we're going to connect with you every single week during these live shows. Feel free to ask us questions. We want to help you out. We're giving you these trainings. You can send us an email, studio@stream. We'll answer any questions that you have there. We'll sit with you for a one-on-one demo. We'll help you out. We're here for the long run. We're here to help you guys out. We're committed to our customers, and that's why we do these conversations. So please, if you have any questions, throw those in the comments section. Now, we're going to be talking about Live to Social. I know you guys maybe are excited and you want to hear more about Stream Studio, because last week we told you all about my channel, how you can monetize your product, right? How you can monetize, make money. But for now, we're going to be talking about Live to Social, which has its own benefits, right? The fact that Live to Social is mobile. It's right in your phone. Look at this right now. We have a sky cam out there showing the overcast sky of Miami. That's worse than overcast. Today is pretty cloudy here in Miami. It's dark, looks rainy. We're expecting to get a little bit of rain. And so that's why we threw that camera out there so you could see us. But let's switch back to me over here. So here we go. Our Live to Social webinar talking about Live to Social. We used to have an employee here at Stream, and he would call Live to Social CNN in your pocket. That's what he referred to it as. And that's really what it is, right? Because back in the day, these news companies, they had to send, correspondents out there, and they'd have all these cables and news trucks. And Mark, maybe you could explain to us just sort of what those big trucks were for. Why did they need those big trucks? What went on in those things?
Sure, Liam. So those big trucks actually sent a satellite feed to the news stations. That's how you get instantaneous feed, live feed to your main newsroom, and they can show it for your audience. Now, but we live in 2023, pretty antiquated. We have the internet, Wi-Fi, 5G.
Exactly. So what that was, so the news trucks had those big satellites on the roof. That would beam a signal to the satellite in space, and then that would beam a signal back to the big satellite on the roof of the news building. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. And now with 5G, we can do all of that on our phones. So it eliminates the need for that sort of stuff. So you basically have that technology, the technology that was in those trucks, you have it now in your phone. And what does this allow you to do? Well, it allows you to make multi-camera productions, right? So you could sit in a studio, you could set up 2 or 3 phones, you could have them pointing at you just like I am right now, right? This isn't some big high-tech, high-class studio. This is just a cell phone, and this is a tablet right here, right? But we make it look like that because, again, we have the same technology. It is the same technology. It's just doing it using 5G instead of using, or Wi-Fi, instead of using one of those satellite trucks, right? But so you can do it like we're doing right now, multi-camera setup, or you can do remote productions, right? You can send somebody out into the field, right? Last week was spring break. We all know in Miami Beach, spring break, it gets pretty crazy, right, Mark?
Sorry, I was just monitoring the chat.
Oh, we have any questions in the chat?
We have a few, but what are you asking me?
Well, I was saying that with Live to Social, you can do the multi-camera productions, but you can also do the remote productions. And I was mentioning how an example of that is in Miami Beach. It gets really crazy with spring break. And so what you could do is you could send somebody out there, right? Let's say you're doing a podcast or a show about it, and they could be filming and you could be talking in real time.
Yep, they can just be sending the image to you, and you can be in your nice little comfy control room on your microphone, just explaining what's going on, talking with the person,
Exactly.
interact with them.
Exactly. And what's cool about that is that a lot of, people, small-time creators, they worry about, let's say, copyright. Maybe you want to show footage of what's going on in South Beach, but you can't because it's owned by CNN or owned by these media conglomerates, right? So then you say, well, maybe we could show a live feed. Well, we don't have the right to do that too. Well, hey, guess what you can do? You can have a friend just go down there with their phone and just shoot, and you can have it in real time. And then you can throw a banner like this up on screen, live streaming, and next thing you know, you have a live show with a live feed. And now we're cutting to Miami Beach where, look, thousands of people are rioting in the streets, throwing their drinks. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
It's these kinds of tools that increase your level of professionalism, right? Make you look like a cooler guy. Breaking news, somebody just punched a cop, This is the kind of stuff you can cover when you have these kinds of tools. When you're using Zoom with one camera in your basement, you can't do anything like that. And when people ask, hey, does that guy have a good show? Is his show any good? People say, no, not really. I mean, it's just kind of him talking into a camera. As opposed to the guy who's using Live Social. Hey, is his show any good? Yeah, it's actually really good. Today, he sent somebody live down to Miami Beach. He was covering what was going on in Miami Beach live. Right? This is the kind of stuff you can do. Mark, do we have any questions in the chat that I should answer at this point?
Yeah, so we have
Your mic's not on. Is your mic on?
No. They're asking.
No, your microphone. Can we hear you?
Sorry.
That's okay.
We're asking why multi-camera? Why is that important? Why are you stressing this so badly, being remote?
I love this question, why multi-camera? It's a great question. So the reason why multi-camera is so important is because that's what all the professionals are doing. Any professional podcast, webinar, live show, sports event, church service, whatever kind of production you're making, any professional company, person, celebrity, whatever, anybody making a professional production, it's going to be a multi-camera production. So my question to you is, how do you expect to be treated like a professional? How do you expect to start making money? How do you expect people to treat you like a serious person when you're saying to yourself, well, I'm just a small-time guy. I just use Zoom. Well, my show isn't very big. I just use my computer camera, right? If you want to be a professional, if you want to have a professional show, you need to use the technology that the professionals are using. And you're going to say, well, Liam, I can't afford to buy a news truck. News trucks cost $500,000. And what I would say to that is, hey, did you not listen to what I said before? You don't need the news truck. With Wi-Fi today, you don't need that. You just need your phone. And by the way, I don't know if you guys have noticed, this is the technology that the news companies are using now. When is the last time you saw a news truck on the scene of anything? They're not there anymore. They don't come. Now they just have like minivans, or not even. They have like these little SUVs, and they wrap them with the name of the station. Here in Miami, they'll have like a little Chevy Equinox with WSVN written on the side, and that's all they have, because guess what? They don't need the big truck anymore. That's why you don't see them. You don't need those anymore. So unless you're covering an event, let's say like the presidential elections, and they're going to be, on a college campus, then maybe they'll bring the truck so that they can beam this footage out to all the stations. But regular people reporting on regular things, professional people, they're not using that technology anymore. So why wouldn't you join them? Why wouldn't you take the best tech in the game and get ahead of all the other people? all the other people who are using one camera, right? Multi-camera also allows you to cut between different angles, and it allows you to spice up your production, right? Look, I can keep talking, and I can show what's going on outside. I can say, look, this type of weather is very abnormal for Miami. Temperatures are reaching below 80 degrees, right? It's unacceptable. Look at this. Look at the clouds, right? This is the kind of stuff we can cover when we have this type of technology. And I can switch back to myself, and you didn't even know that I'm the one switching. You might think that it's my producer, Mark, who's switching for me, but no, it's actually just me, right? So not only are we increasing the level of production, but we're decreasing the cost of production, right? So this is the kind of stuff you need to be doing for your show, because at some point you're going to hit a wall. You're going to hit a ceiling, right? Let's say you create your podcast, and you come up with a name for the podcast, and you come up with a format, and you do your show. You're consistent, right? That's the thing most people are not. They're not consistent. They'll do one show a month. But you're consistent. You do it, a couple times a week, once a week, 3 times a week. Every week you talk about politics, you talk about sports. And then at some point, your grandma's listening, your friends are listening, but then nobody else is listening, and you don't know how to grow anymore. And people tell you, well, you just got to make a better show. Your show has to be better. And you're saying, hey, man, I don't know how to make it better. I'm doing my best here. I'm talking. I'm doing the best I can. Well, what can you do to level up your show? You can use better technology. You can increase the level of production. And you're going to have tons of companies online telling you, oh, you need to buy this camera, and you need to buy this light, and you need to buy this microphone. Well, you're going to go into the poorhouse buying all that stuff, and guess what? People still aren't going to watch your show. What you need is to make the show more interesting. You need to make it more dynamic, and the way that you're going to do that is with multi-camera video. The way that you're going to do that is by going and sticking a camera somewhere interesting so we can see it, right? If you're going to have a video show, you might as well have interesting video. And look at all the things we can do with Live to Social. We can switch our combinations. We can put multiple cameras on screen. We can invite remote guests. We can invite somebody from China, somebody from Italy, right? We can have them live on the show. We can bring them in while we're live. And then we can go live with this show to all social media platforms. Well, most of my audience is on Facebook, but I also have a lot of people listening on YouTube, and I'm not sure where I should. Well, go on all of them. Go everywhere. I'd really like to try Twitch. Great, send it to Twitch, Facebook, and YouTube, and LinkedIn. And everywhere, and your website, right? Do it all at the same time. You got to be everywhere. You got to be everywhere. Next thing you know, people are going to start saying, who is that guy? I'm seeing him everywhere. Who is this guy? I'm seeing him everywhere. Well, yeah, there's a reason why you're seeing him everywhere. It's because he's using Live to Social, and he's going everywhere. And not having to post after the fact. You put so much work into these shows. You study for hours. You create topics. You go, you do the show, and afterwards you have to spend hours posting it everywhere. Posting this video that was live 2 hours ago. Hey, this was my show. It was live 3 hours ago. No, nobody cares. We want to see it live. So use these technologies that are going to save you time. Have those live comments come in real time so you can engage with your audience. Hey, Liam, love the show. What's the weather like in Miami right now? What are we looking at? Well, thank you for your question. You're looking at Doral. And the weather is about 73 degrees. It's cloudy out there. Looking like we're going to get some rain. Is that the FedEx truck going by? Yes, it is, sir. That's the FedEx truck. There it goes. It's making deliveries, right? It's engaging. You can engage with your audience. What's that white van driving by? I don't know. Did I see it kidnap somebody? Maybe. Possibly a child. We don't know. We're tracking the situation. But you can do this kind of stuff when you have these technologies, right? You can't do that when you're in your basement on Zoom, which is what you guys are doing, by the way. You think I'm not talking about you? I'm talking about you. I know exactly what your show is. Your show is you talking to your Zoom and ranting and raving about God knows what. That's your show. You and every other person. So why would I listen to you? Guess what? I'm not. Well, maybe what you have to say is really important and you really know what you're talking about and you're actually an expert and you've actually been studying this for years. Well, guess what? I don't care. I don't care. And I'm not going to give you the chance to tell me how much you know. Because I'm not going to watch a boring Zoom production. And guess what? Neither is anybody else. You need to grab people's attention. You need to hook them. Live to Social does a great way of doing that because we have these backgrounds that we've made. Look at this background. Live webinar. Ask us a question. We threw in an emoji. Right? We have these nice colors. This kind of stuff grabs your attention when people see it on social media because they're not used to seeing it. They're used to seeing the talking head. So use stuff to your advantage. Right? Now, I have in that video there just a tree, but I could have something more interesting if I had somebody in the field. My sister right now is at the Chicago airport, for example. She's taking a flight today. I could call her. I could say, Gabby, can we get you on the podcast? I know you're at the airport. Can we get you on the podcast? I'm going to send you a link. Hold on. I'm sending you a link. She clicks on it. Now we have her live camera feed. And now we can cover something from the Chicago airport. Which, by the way, I read an article the other day that they're having a huge problem with homelessness. Homeless people are coming into the airport and sleeping on the floor. And it's hard for the airport because in an airport, it's not weird to see people sleeping on the floor. People sleep on the floor because they missed their flight, because they have, they got to wait till tomorrow. They can't afford a hotel. So you got all these people sleeping all around. They can't tell who's waiting for a plane, who's homeless. Well, we can cover that kind of story when you have technology like this. I can give myself a script. I can add all these features here, text, predefined images. I can add in my own images, videos if I have a pre-recorded video, combinations, right? This is all the different combinations I can have. All of these can be different images, different camera inputs. Go back to my menu. I can add lower thirds. I can add sound effects, right? Ever wonder why shows have laugh tracks? It's to try to get you to laugh. Because when you hear laughter is contagious, right? When you hear other people laughing, it makes you laugh. So throw in a laugh track. Add that sound effect. And when you talk, put the laugh track after everything you say, like Seinfeld. Or applause. Right? Or you're telling a story. He walked over to me and he rang the doorbell. Bang, hit the doorbell sound. Make it interactive. This is the kind of stuff people do in podcasts in post-production. Well, guess what? You can do it live with Live to Social. This is going to save you time in that post-production, pre-production phase. You can just do it live. Ever wonder why shows on TV have those big control rooms? Because they're doing everything live. Well, you don't need a control room when you have Live to Social. You don't need a control room when you have Live to Social. You can add effects with Giphy, powered by Giphy. Ever heard of it? Yeah, it's on everybody's phone. It's also on Live to Social. Was that Ray Charles playing piano? March Madness guy? Guess what day it is? It's hump day. Halfway through the week. Right? These are the kind of Giphies you can throw into your production to spice it up, again, to get people's attention. Right? They're scrolling by and they see this camel telling you happy hump day, and they're like, what is that? They click on it. Then they start hearing you talk about whatever you're an expert at. And now you have their attention. Now they're hooked. Right? This is going to help you 10x your content. This is how you 10x your content. People always ask me, how do I 10x my content? This is how you do it. You 10x it. Look at all these features we have here. What other platform has these kinds of features? I don't know. But look at Jerry with the cigar. That's going to be you with the money pouring in when you use this kind of technology. Watching the cash pour in. You'll be as happy as that dolphin right there. So this is just a sort of snippet of what you can do with Live to Social, how you can spice up your productions. Give yourself a lower third, make yourself look more interesting. I want to shift now to the comment section because I want to give people a chance to ask questions. We have comments coming in on YouTube. We have comments coming in from other places also. So Mark, can we answer some questions now?
Yeah. So we have a question. We're doing live content.
Yep.
This is what the product's for. But what am I supposed to do afterward with my content?
Well, you have a couple of options. First, you can live stream your content, right? Go live with it to social media, like I said, to multiple social media platforms. But after the fact, it's going to save. It's going to save locally. People always ask me that, say, Liam, do I have to go live? No, you don't have to go live. I encourage you to go live, but you don't have to. After the fact, you can take that file and you can post it. Post it on YouTube, post it on Facebook, cut it up, post it on TikTok, make micro capsules, right? You have so many options of what you can do after the fact. People say, hey, can I download it after and can I edit it? Sure you can. Sure you can. You can also do it live to save yourself that pain. But if you'd rather not, you can do it after the fact. You can also post it to my channel. That's the one that I was saving for last because I think it's the most important. You can post all of the content that you make on Live to Social on my channel. So see how our two products are overlapping here? You can make content in Live to Social, post it on your channel, put a pay-per-view on it, and then yes, you're making money. Imagine if you made one video podcast per week and put a price on it. Right? You could do that with Stream Studio, or you can do it with Live to Social. Both products allow you to post it to my channel afterwards. My channel, think about it as your money-making machine, your little golden goose, right? You can post all of the content you make to my channel. You can either put it for free, you can put a pay-per-view on it, and you can allow people to watch it. So you can make content in Stream Studio, you can make content in Live to Social. Both of these products are content-making machines. They allow you to make more content because what you have to understand is that you're going up against, when you're a creator like this, a small-time creator, you might think to yourself, well, I'm going up against CNN and MSNBC. Those companies are dead, right? I don't have to worry about them. They're barely putting out any material on social media. They're barely putting out any content. So I'm an independent creator. I'm going to make fun little videos and I'm going to blow them out of the water. Well, that's not really true. You're going up against companies like Barstool Sports, companies like Unilad, right? Companies like Daily Wire, all these new companies that are starting to invest in content. They have entire production teams that are making content all day long. You're competing with them, right? They have all these hosts that have these podcasts, they're cutting up their shows, they're making micro capsules, they're putting effects, they're doing all this kind of stuff. That's who you're going up against. And it's really hard to go up against them when you don't have a content creation machine, a content creation tool like Live to Social. You'll never be able to compete with them the old-fashioned way. And that's why you need to be using these technologies. All right, Mark, next question.
What's the best route for monetization? I'm really struggling to get any money off my podcast. I have followers. I've actually gone up to 3,000 in the past 3 months, but I'm still struggling to make any money off my content.
Well, I would cultivate that audience, make a real connection with them, right? Make a Facebook group for your show. Reach out to your subscribers, right? Do a contest where you say, hey, every one of my subscribers, like this video and I'll send you guys some free merch. I'll send you guys a t-shirt, right? Encourage people once they receive that t-shirt to send a picture of them wearing the shirt to the group. And then you share that picture. You say, thanks, Diane. Glad you liked the shirt. Thanks for listening, right? Create a family audience. You really want to cultivate the relationship between you and your audience. That's the first step. Once you've cultivated it, you want to move towards a product like my channel. You want to start posting your content on something like my channel, not just for free on YouTube. Because for free on YouTube, yeah, those 3,000 people, they're going to have to watch an ad for 2 seconds. And each person that watches, the ad is going to pay 0.1 cents. And then altogether, you're going to end up making $42 in ad revenue, right? Maybe even half of that because YouTube takes 45%. So maybe you're going to make $19 in ad revenue off of that video. Well, what if instead you posted videos on my channel, you posted them for free, but then every once in a while, you had an extra special video and you put a pay-per-view on it for $2 or $3. If 3,000 people watch that, guess what? That's $9,000. And each of those people, they only have to pay $3. And you're going to say, yeah, well, people aren't going to pay $3. They can just go on YouTube and watch free content. Yeah, but this is you. This is the guy that they love. And this is part of their community. And guess what? Now people are going to go on that Facebook group that they have of you, and they're going to say, oh my God, did you guys see what happened in that last episode of Liam's show behind the paywall? It was so funny. And then you're going to be sitting there like, hey, I didn't watch that. I didn't buy the episode. Oh, well, you should go buy it because it's really funny. And then you're going to say to yourself, am I really going to cheap out for $3, not watch this video for $3? I can't even buy anything for $3. $3 doesn't even get me French fries at McDonald's. And so you're going to go buy that video, and everybody else in the group is going to buy that video. And guess what? That creator, with the 3,000 person audience who's charging $3 on each video, well, guess what? Now it's $9,000 that you're making on that video. And the next video you create is even extra duper, extra specialer. And this one is $6. And now it's $18,000 that you're making, right? So 2 steps. Step 1, cultivate that audience. Make them feel like family. Make the group feel like a family. And number 2, post the videos on my channel and make sure those videos are behind a paywall, and then create some sort of FOMO for people who don't watch the videos.
Yeah, cultivate your social media. Use them to send them to my channel. On YouTube, release like sneak peeks, snippets. Give them something to salivate over. Oh, if you want to watch the full video, come to my channel. You get to watch it unedited. $3.
Exactly.
And you know what? Some people would stick for the free preview, but you're going to grow your subscriber base, and then so slowly but surely, those people are going to be like, kind of want to watch the whole thing.
This is what Daily Wire did when Daily Wire launched Daily Wire Plus. They were putting out all their content for free, and they would do interviews, and they would interview, let's say, Donald Trump, and they would ask him like, what was the highlight of when you were president, or take us through what it was like on your inauguration day and all that sort of stuff. And then they got to the last question. They said, hey, now we're going to ask you, Mr. Trump, what it was like to sleep with Stormy Daniels. What happened that night? What it was like? How did it feel? And then they said, if you want to hear the answer to that question, you have to go and watch on Daily Wire Plus. So everybody was listening to that saying, geez, I wish I could hear the answer to that question, right? I wish I could hear the answer to that question. They interview somebody like Tucker Carlson. And they say, what it's like being a host, what is this? And then they get to the end, they say, how much money do you have? How much money do you make? How many cars do you have? Where are all your houses? If you want to hear the answer to this question, you have to go follow on Daily Wire Plus, right? So then you're like, oh, geez, that's the only question I really care about hearing. And you say, well, if I invest now and I join them, then maybe I can, watch it, and right?
Leverage your social media. Use your following. You're gonna grow your subscriber base. Use them.
And don't worry about
I don't mean
getting
use
too
them
viral.
and like think of them as commodity. I mean treat them well. You give them what they want, and they're gonna come to you and repay you.
Exactly. What's the difference between them paying Spectrum, $200 a month for a cable plan, DirecTV, $200 for a cable plan, you paying Netflix $30 a month for Netflix plan? What's the difference between that and them giving you $2, $3, $5, $6, $7, $10 for a video? If they like the content and you're delivering, then it's fine. That's capitalism. That's a free market. Nothing wrong with that.
Okay, next question. Why should I have Live to Social over Stream Studio? I see you both offer these products, but I'm not quite sure why I should pick one over the other.
Yeah, so Live to Social is a mobile-based product. Live to Social is an app. Stream Studio is a desktop product. It's a website, right? So if you prefer directing on your phone, on your tablet, Live to Social is the app for you. That's what you want to use. If you prefer doing things on your computer, Stream Studio is the product for you, right? So that's basically what it comes down to. Some people, they like to do everything on their phones, especially today. You're seeing photographers that only use phones. You're seeing journalists that only use their phone. They film on their phone. They take pictures on their phones. They take notes on their phones. They do audio recordings on their phone. Their phone is everything for them. So for those people, we would suggest Live to Social. And some people, they prefer the big screen. They prefer using their desktop. They prefer using their laptop. They like the keyboard. They don't really need to do things on the fly. Their show is at home from their studio, that sort of thing. They prefer the laptop. So in that case, we would recommend Stream Studio. It's what you prefer. Live to Social, Stream Studio, they're two different products. One is mobile-based, one is app-based. The other one is a desktop web-based app. So decide which one that you prefer, which one you like better. It's a personal choice. And don't ask me which one I prefer because it's personal. It's a personal thing. And I don't want to tell you guys. All right. Mark, do we have time for one last question? We have about a minute left. Maybe not.
Mr. Content Guru, what's your favorite feature of Live to Social?
I think my favorite feature of Live to Social is just the multi-camera element, right? There's a lot of switchers out there, but the switchers, what they do is, let me show you. They allow you to switch between one camera or the other. You can be on this one, be on that one, be on this one, be on this one, right? They'll let you switch between you and a guest. I'm talking, now he's talking, now I'm talking, now he's talking. Well, what I really like about Live to Social is the combinations feature, right? The combinations feature allows me to do this and have both cameras on screen at the same time. That's what the pros are doing, and that's what you need to be doing. So I really like how it allows you to level up your production for very little money. What is Live to Social? $12 a week or something? So that's what I recommend. I would pay for the year. You get the 20% discount. I'm not going to try to sell you on it. I think this thing sells itself. So everybody, look, thank you for listening to the live webinar. If you have any more questions that we didn't answer, just email them to studio@Streen, or you can catch us here next Wednesday at noon for another live webinar. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you next week. Bye.